All right. Let's see if I can find myself here. I don't know if my live stream has started because it usually doesn't tell me on here for a little bit. Now, guys, when you're doing a live stream, you really should, here we go, have someone else there to help you along. Doing a live stream by yourself and paying attention to the comments, especially if you're screwing with the fire, sucks. All right, well, we are live. Let me know what you guys think about video quality and whatnot. I'll try and get this fire to be a little bit brighter if I can. A few things that I plan on talking about today include body armor, axes, man, this fire is cooking me, and a raffle that I have planned to come up, which I'm very excited about, and I think that you guys will be as well. I've got to make this little wall to protect my leg from the heat here. So, but that's what I have planned to talk about. Essentially what's going to happen is we're going to talk about whatever you guys want to talk about, because that's how this works. But let's see when we get someone live here. I guess until we do, the first thing I'm going to talk about today is axes. On one of my recent YouTube videos, you saw me do kind of a initial review of this Council Faller's axe here. I love this axe, guys, but you might have noticed that I mentioned that it was probably the third axe that you should own behind, say, a like a full-size felling axe, 3-pound head, 32-inch handle, and then more of a compact hatchet. For me, I have that. That's my Council Tool Woodcraft pack axe on a 24-inch handle, and then this. Now, what's funny about that is I don't have the #1 axe that I said in that video the person should have. What's up, James? Oh, Jimbo. Hey, Zach. I will go let Jimbo out. Actually, thank you for reminding me, because actually I need him out here. So I'll be right back. It's a terrible way to do a live video. I clearly suck at this. All right. Jimbo, come on. Jimbo, come on. Jimbo! What are you doing? Oh, come on. Come here, you rude dog. Okay, I'm back. Actually, Jimbo was actually already out, and that rude dog was just somewhere else. Come here, Jimbo. Go around. Come on. Come here. Say hi to everybody. Oh, hello. Hello. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, so. What's up, Savage Survival? So, okay. This Faller's axe, what constitutes a Faller's axe? If you didn't see my video, that's a single bit axe, 5-pound or 6-pound head, short handle, 28 to 32 inches, super handy, a lot of power. You don't actually want to fell with this axe. It's designed for fallers, but it ends up being just incredibly handy for anybody doing kindling or just all kinds of stuff. I can't believe how much I use this thing. So, hey man, thanks. All right, so I mentioned the #1 axe that you should have, though, should probably be like a felling axe, a 3-pound head to maybe a 4-pound head on a 32 to 34-inch handle. I didn't have one, but I'm very excited to say that very soon I will. I've begun work on, let me see if I can get this to where you guys can really see it. This is a plum 3-pound head. This is very special because I won this in an auction to try and help out my friend Mike Sullivan, and you will have seen Mike Sullivan help me out with refinishing my 12-pound splitting maul in a previous video. If I'm sitting here looking weird, like rubbing my arm like this, it's not because I'm cold, it's actually because this fire is cooking me alive. Anyways, he has cancer. I bought this to try and help him out, but I'm going to do, this is going to be the first axe I'm going to try and completely by myself refinish. And I've gotten started, so this is going to be a very special project, and I'm going to try and do a charity event for Mike to help him out, and so I hope you guys can watch that, and that it'll be a good deal. So that was what the main thing that was interesting that I thought here. I want to talk about axes. Let's see here. How you doing, Gray Man? It's not a rafting pattern. When I bought it, it was labeled as a plum victory, but it doesn't really look like a victory to me. Now you can tell that it's certainly not a rafting axe, not necessarily because, not only because the shape, the rafting axes have a different looking pull, but you can tell that I've been working on the mushrooming on this axe head here, and a rafting axe is not going to mushroom because it has a hardened pull. Holy cow, that's gonna get hot. If you could just not cook me, that'd be great. Jeez, crackers. Get back. Alright guys, I have a long way to go to perfect my live videos here. It's a Michigan pattern, a plum Michigan. I wouldn't have known. Alright, so anyways, but this axe here that I've shown you, this plum Michigan, which I'm going to try and refinish it myself. It's probably going to look like dog crap because I can't make anything nice to save my life. But it's going to go on a Lambrocht handle, Ryan Lambrocht. And I'm going to have to fit the head myself. I'm going to do a video. I'm going to use a Super Khuk as a draw knife and stuff. But if you're not familiar with Ryan Lambrocht, he created this incredible handle. This is a 36-inch ash. It's octagonalized throughout the center here. I asked for a super monstrous palm swell, and he delivered. And this has got to be pretty much my favorite axe. It's the head is a Evansville Civil Defense head. Golly, I love just destroying stuff with this thing. A 6-pound head. What a monster. So this is Ryan Lambrocht. He makes handles by hand, and he does just an incredible job of it. Seriously, oh my gosh. His handle is just a work of art. All right, so good call on that, Zach. Yeah, it's not stamped plum victory. My truck, interestingly enough, Savage Survival, I'm actually taking my truck in tomorrow. I think I'm gonna do a video on that. Buddy, I'm having like everything done. The clutch slips real bad. Even in like 4th or 5th gear, I can get on it, and normally when I might be spinning the tires, if it's rainy, I'll slip the clutch. It's not good. I didn't realize until I wanted to show the truck off and do a nice 3rd gear burnout with my buddy Zach, and the clutch just slipped. Man, it was embarrassing. So what's up, Beans, Bullets, and Band-Aids? James, it's not cold here at all, actually. Tonight it'll probably get down to like 40, maybe into the 30s, but I am burning next to this fire. Like, the skin is like crawling off my arm, hair's singeing. I thought I'd get this nice big fire here to throw some light. One of my buddies asked me to do this video at 7. I should really do these videos during the day when I have natural light, but then it would be too early. during the winter. So I've got this constant struggle between getting enough light and having a crappy video, and I just end up with a crappy video. So oh dude, oh hey Sal, I didn't realize. Good to have you. Sal is my buddy. If you missed it, Sal, I was showing off that plum that I'm working on, and I will not do it justice like you would, but I'd love to have an S2000. That's a sweet car. All right. All right, so the Hulteforge Classic Axe, I'm not familiar with the specific model of the Classic Axe. As far as the handle, as long as your grain is straight and you don't have some kind of coating that you don't want on there, you're probably going to be all right. You know, do a coat of blow on it, but there's probably really nothing to worry about. It'll probably be a great axe, and if you do end up breaking the handle, just rehang it and do it all over again. So I think it's a good way to go for sure. I trust them to be quality. Oh, you sold the S2000 with 32,000 miles. You know, when I first met my wife, I had a motorcycle with no passenger seat. It's funny, I talked to all these people who talk about all the things they did to attract girls and stuff. I just did not even give a crap. I bought a motorcycle because I liked motorcycles, not to pick people up. I wish I still had that. Yeah, I wish I didn't have to get rid of my toys, and I bet you wish you still had your S2000 too. Yeah, dude, if the grain is straight on your handle on that Hulteforge, I don't see you ever having a problem. Now with the boiled linseed oil, if you have a clear coat on the handle, you're going to want to strip that away. You can do it with a knife or sandpaper, and then once you've got the clear coat out of the way, then you can treat it with the boiled linseed oil. It'll be really, really pretty. Now, if it does have the clear coat and you don't strip it, the boiled linseed oil isn't going to do you any good. Speaking of racing that S2000 on the track, I had a Nissan Skyline when I was stationed in Germany, and I never got it to the Nürburgring Ring. It ran like crap for a long time. It ended up being the spark plugs weren't gapped correctly, and I cannot believe that I owned a Skyline and was not able to make it to the Nürburgring Ring. So I just raced on the street every day. Always. What are you going to do? All right, so, nice. Well, I'm sure you'll be good to go with that Holt, man. So, one of the other things that we were going to talk about here was body armor. It was requested from one of my friends, hopefully he's on here, about whether I think it's important for civilian to have body armor, some of the pluses and minuses to body armor. And I was asked this from a perspective of a guy that does a lot of training and has a good attitude towards the reality of our historical situation right now. And so, body armor for you guys watching, you know, probably most of you own a gun. Oh yeah, Scrama is on the money, bud, on the money. Probably most of you guys own a gun, have some kind of idea of how to use it. Should you have body armor? For me, the answer is a little bit complicated. I don't wear it. I didn't wear it in my firefights in Afghanistan because I was up on an OP. And if I could choose not to wear it, I wouldn't because I have some back injuries. Now, for the regular dude, part of it's you should have body armor if you have firearms, training, and lots of ammo. You should have body armor if you can afford all of those things. Now, if you don't have the firearm that you want, you can't afford the ammo, and you haven't done enough training, keep putting your money into that training and progressing as a shooter before you look into body armor. But let's say you've done all of those things. Yeah, and that's true about the soft body armor too. With usually nowadays, people used to talk about the soft body armor. Nowadays, usually when people are talking about body armor, it's typically they're talking about a plate carrier and hard plates, sappy plates. So, so let's say you've got all the training, the ammo, the guns, etc., etc. Are you gonna, in your mind, be light dismounted, or are you gonna be mounted? In other words, are you gonna be walking a long ways on foot with a pack, or are you gonna spend most of your time in the vehicle? The reality of modern day combats, you're probably gonna be spending most of your time in a vehicle, and if that's the case, wear body armor. Absolutely own it. If you're gonna own it though, you have to train as if you're gonna be light infantry, and you have to go walk with that crap on. And it's just, all right, I believe I'm back. Let me know if you guys can see me here. I'm back. Great. All right, I don't know where I left off with you guys, but basically, if you're gonna be dismounted, I ain't wearing body armor. Period. I'd rather pick the mobility. That's also affected by my injured back and neck. But if I'm going to be mounted primarily, if I'm a driver or a gunner or something like that, then it makes sense. But for your everyday dude, most people don't have the time with the gun to spend the money on the body armor. It's more of a fantasy deal for more people. All right, guys. So if you have any more questions about the body armor, let me know. Body armor is getting better and better and lighter with time. So, yeah, degenerative disc disease, along with injury I sustained down here by the base of my neck. I'm gonna have to start stoking this fire for more light here, but that's gonna take away my wall of protection. All right, guys. So my next announcement here that I'm really excited about is, yeah, that's how it works. I was airborne infantry myself. We have some of this coming in. The Super Khuk. Now, this first run of Super Khuks is from Nepal. The Super Khuks are, for now, going to be made in Nepal. And the first run of Super Khuks, I've been told that there are some things that are going to need to be straightened out by me on a couple of them, but they'll have a lifetime guarantee. And I was planning on having a raffle on them tomorrow, but I don't think I'll have them by next weekend, so I might end up having to do that. Yeah, the vibrant youths, I like that term. Again, for me, like with my difficulty with body armor, I want to be able to move quickly, react quickly, and for a long time if need be. So the vibrant youths, you know, hopefully I can either put them down before they can put you down, or get the heck out of Dodge. That's about it for me. Yeah, I haven't sent any Super Khuks out yet. I'll actually be getting one of the first batch here, like I said, about next week. And we're going to be having Dave Puzon do leather sheaths. Now, as I understand it, these do not come with any sheath, or they might come with a Nepalese sheath. So if you want a positive made leathercraft sheath for your Super Khuk, we would have to send it directly to him to make that happen. But he's going to be working on one here pretty soon. And I'm very confident that whatever he comes up with design-wise is going to be on the money. So, okay, so the other knives from Varustaleka, the, what is the brand? Is it Sarna? Or, I think it's Sarna, but the Pucos that you're mentioning, they are phenomenal. Those knives are made in 80 CRV2. That's what I started having the Super Khuks made. It's a steel that's just now catching on here. And I've been shouting to the industry for like a year now about the wonders of ADCR-V2. It is phenomenal, and if it were up to me, nobody would be using 1095 anymore. Nobody. No 1095, no 01. Everybody would be using ADCR-V2 for their base steel. In fact, I probably wouldn't be using 5160, 1070 to 1095, 01, 02, which I think is Bowler K720. I wouldn't be using any of that stuff. Just ADCR-V2 should basically, in my opinion, become the knife standard for its toughness, edge holding, and ease of sharpenability. It is awesome. Now the problem with ADCR-V2, and I've talked about this with some of the industry gurus, is that it sounds like a Chinese steel. When you say ADCR-V2, people think 8CR13 MOV or whatever the crap, whatever the Chinese stainless, and it's not. It is really, really good stuff. ADCR-V2, I would say, is not comparable to 1095. ADCR-V2 is superior to 1095 in use, essentially in every way imaginable. It just way better, like worlds better, way better. So, as far as the now the ADCR-V2 is not 1080 Crovan, but it is an alloy similar to 1095 Crovan, which is actually 170-6 Sheridan, and carbon feed from cold steel, and I believe Case calls it True Edge, or I don't know, something else. But a lot of people use this 170-6 Sheridan. It's a great steel. The ADCR-V2 though is very different in that the alloys, there's 3 different types of ADCR-V2, one from England and 2 from Germany, but essentially their additives are more for toughness as opposed to corrosion resistance of the 1095 Crovan and edge holding. So but it is also called 1080 plus. All right. Stalking Wolf right now. Currently, we're talking about ADCR-V2. Paul LaRocca just came up. So check this out if you can see this. This is currently my EDC. I'm swapping out between this and the SCCR 2.5. I absolutely love both knives. I carry them both on and off. So this is actually ADCR-V2 as an EDC knife. No problems with corrosion, but I use it a lot. This knife, it's a full flat grind, thin edge, no problems with chipping or rolling because it's crazy tough even though it's so thin, and it sharpens so easy. This is the epitome of an EDC knife. It is so great. Hey Jake, do you want me to bring Jim outside? Sure. 7CR17 high carbon stainless steel. I don't have an opinion on it. I'm not familiar with it. I apologize for that. The problem is, as a steadfast rule, the more carbon content you have in a knife, the weaker it is. And that's the opposite of what most people think. Those iron carbides are large in the higher percentage carbon steels that you're going to get, and those large carbides create micro stress fractures and weaken the blade. So if I'm going to go for a stainless, I don't know that I'd necessarily go for a high carbon stainless, although I'm sure it helps with edge holding. But with stainless steels, man, I just love 12C27. Holds an edge, in my experience, similar to 1095. It's tough as crap. It's super stain resistant. The problem is it's not trendy. Basically, super fine grain structure, great stuff. But a stalking wolf, what is the price that you're wondering about? Are you wondering about the La Roca EDC? If you clarify that, I can help you with that. I'm not firsthand familiar with the Bowler NC90CO, but I've heard great things about it. Yeah, I think those Verusta, those Sarma Pucos, I think they're 12C27 or 80CRV2. That should be the standard. The standard stainless should be 12C27. The standard carbon should be 80CRV2. And we could really clean up the entire knife market. I am working on my own line of knives, and if I can get that off the ground and hopefully get support for that, that's going to be what it is. It's going to be, you're going to have a choice basically probably between 80CRV2, 12C27, and then for super high stainless property, super steels on smaller knives, I don't know, maybe a Z-Finit from Zap, or a H1 or a 14C, whatever the crap ever. They're great for super high stainless, but they're a little hard to sharpen. And then 3V. But I don't even know if I do all that. It'd probably just be 12C27 and 80CRV2. They're phenomenal. All right. All right, guys. Does anybody else have any questions before I take off here? I should probably skedaddle. I've probably worn out all of my blabber time. But if anybody else has any questions. So yeah, the Mora Companion Heavy Duty. I believe that the Mora Companion Heavy Duty does not come from the factory with a square spine. The Jara Puco Sarma is. I think the Jarma Puko with shipping is going to be about $60. Basically, from Finland, the Sarma is going to have a better steel, not quite as consistent of fit and finish, but for a user, I would go with the Sarma. Not dissing on Mora. Moras are phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. But I just think that those guys from Finland have got it on lock. As far as the Super Khuk, my Facebook group, the Preppers Bunker, I think we'll have a couple up for sale there. We'll see how that all goes. But basically, it's going to be, for the moment, sold on a private basis. And then I believe they're going to go up for sale on a new outdoorsman eBay-style website called Mercantum. And I'll keep people updated on that project as that picks up some pace. So I will let you guys know how to pick up a Super Khuk. And I've got some projects in the works for some American-made blades. I'm going to have to build up the revenue and stuff for that. Might do a pre-order, but I'll keep everybody on the loop through my Facebook page or from the Preppers Bunker. If you're not a member of the Preppers Bunker, please go ahead and request to join unless you're a communist or a militant atheist. I mean, you can be an atheist, but if you're like a militant atheist, I don't want you there. And if you're a communist to any degree, I don't want you there. So, let's see. Is it Yaquin Nava? I really apologize if I butchered your name. Your sling, I believe, is done. If it hasn't already shipped, I know it's done. Right now I'm waiting to ship a lot of products because I ran out of toner for my printer. But it will be going out. I appreciate you watching. I appreciate your support. All of you guys are awesome. And I'm going to try and do this more often and try and do it better to where I can have a little better conversation with you guys. There you go. The only good communist is a dead communist I appreciate you guys watching. Please click that thumbs up button. Leave me a perma comment once this gets done with being live and gets uploaded to YouTube or whatever. Stick around, guys. I really appreciate you having you guys, and the more input you guys can give me, the better. The knife projects are very exciting, and this axe project is going to be great, and I'm going to hopefully see if I can get that charity going for my buddy Mike. So please look into that. Oh, do I recommend Doug Wilson for making sheaths? Right now, there are some good Kydex makers that I like, but if you were to ask me who my favorite Kydex sheath maker is and my favorite leather sheath maker, it would be Doug Wilson for Kydex and Dave Puzon of Positive Made Leathercraft for leather. And that's not saying don't buy from other people or other people suck. At one point I was working with this dude and I did a positive review on Yellow Hawk Custom Kydex, and he sent me a message like, dude, that really hurt my feelings that you're talking about some other Kydex maker. What? But there are other great Kydex makers, but my favorite is Doug Wilson. Just, he's phenomenal. I really like his work. And for leather, it's Dave Puzon all the way. And Dave really needs you guys right now. He just got laid off from his job, and he's living off leather right now. So please check out Positive Made Leathercraft. Hit him up. His stuff is phenomenal, and I will have some new stuff. I mean, I just gave Dave $100 for my next sheath for a knife that I don't even have yet. He's great. That's all there is to it. Awesome guy, awesome leather. So, yeah, guys, definitely, if we can grow this community and grow these other small companies that are out there making stuff, there's nothing better that I can be here for other than to help these small companies that really deserve to succeed and help you guys find the best products that are out there. Also, my own company, in case you guys didn't know, is Beach and Tactical. I'd really appreciate your support. Instagram, Facebook, beachandtactical.com. I make rifle slings. I'm about to be moving into some other really, really exciting stuff. So, I appreciate you guys, and I'm going to try and do this every Friday. Feel free to bug me and remind me to do so. I pray that you guys have a blessed weekend. And I'll talk to you guys. I'll talk to you guys every single day if you want. You can find me on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and anywhere, anything that you want to talk about, I'm here to talk about it. So have a great night, guys. Be safe. Thank you for watching, and thank you for commenting. And I apologize for the quality of these live videos at this point.